This is the Apollo 12 while flying. Check it out. The building that goes up. But it's not just the backside is always attached to it's hilly. It's like a wall, a vertical deal, but it's not really vertical, it's like diagonal. It's inclined, but the backside of the structure is always attached to the ground. It's just protruding out of the ground in that shape. I mean, it's super clearly. I can't believe it. I have the monitor that dark, and still the camera can see it because of the night function. And look at the friendly, horrible looking heads right there. You can see it perfectly. Right here. There's one head right here, then there is another head. And there's this one right here crooked, and this one right here crooked that way. This is a freaking nightmare, like the guy said. Look at here, that's the vertical pupil, one eye. I guess this would be the other eye, and this would make a big head. There's eyes here with a vertical pupil. I mean, this thing is another set of eyes that makes another head or face. There's this one right here and that makes the smaller one. And this whole thing right here makes one big head. But it has two eyes right here. This one. Una cabeza, brother. And then you have this building here that is like a wedding cake, 3 layers. And it has a dark something here with a little spherical thing protruding to one side. And it has this, I mean, this is like super colorful. Look how colorful this whole deal is. The moon is not that gray shit that they've been portraying to us. What we see on the telescope, that's because of the holographic shield they place, so we can see nothing but a flat thing. And only when the shadow line is passing over that area, the shadow line is when you see effectively what's there. There's no other way to see it. And then you see this other head right here, boom, elongated. But it has all kinds of structures and more pairs of eyes. It's always the same thing, always. Like I say, once you learn the patterns, you'll see that in every single picture, everywhere in the solar system. To see it well, you cannot see it up close. You got to start by looking at it from far away. Like this. This is about the optimal distance to see, to distinguish the heads or the faces. Look how colorful. Then you can see exactly where the two eyes are. Up close is hard, kind of difficult because the picture is very blurry. And then you can see that there is not just that one tower, but there's several other towers that end up with a head on the top. And all of them makes one big face. I can see it clearly right here. This one right here. And there is a blue square, something that has a tool that makes it look like the sheen on a pupil. And you have this and that makes the big face, the two eyes right there, with the eyebrow. That's so clever, son of a bitches. And then look at this thing right here that is like in a perfect isosceles triangle. Look, even the corners and the middle thing, you can see how it bends like that, pam, pam, pam. It's incredible. Then look at this horizontal deal here. And another one right there. Then you can see the lines, how the lines go all the way from here, all the way like that, and a second line. It's all almost subliminal, but you can see it. Once you learn this, like I said, this pattern, you see that it's all geometrically pre-programmed like that, with the intersections and key places where there is structures, and then you see that they use spirals and circular patterns too, to place all these domes and craters, or holes and buildings, or what we call building structures. We're looking through, but all of this is made out of the ground itself. That's the crazy shit is that all of that was created by showering the hell out of the ground, softening it with high plasma. As Dr. Bergrum showed in his book. Oh, that book is a scientific paper. It's not just a book. I mean, he's playing with precision numbers down to the little numbers. It's not like 56,000, no, 56, 134 point something. That's how precise that old man is, or was in the book. Look at this thing. It looks like a cake. I mean, a cake, no, an ice cream cone. What they call that? Those are blizzards. Look at that. And then you see the bottom, all these geometrical patterns, exactly how it was made. None of this shit is a crazy random anything. No, this thing is made, pre-made in a computer, a badass computer with some badass equipment. Like I said, those cylindrical objects, that shit's all precision. Like I said, to create all of that from the ground itself, because they tested all of this. All of this is made out of the ground. There's nothing brought in, concrete, like we do a crap. No. They made that shit from the ground, and it's hard, like incredible, and it can withstand whatever. All the moons and planets are perfectly built like that, and Earth is made in plates the same way. This planet was fabricated by these entities and terraformed on the same way. and they can move the plates back and forth, they make them shake. There is total control on this planet where we are, Earth. All those tracks on the ocean, all that shit, what that is that those are seams of plates that they can move around whenever they feel like, or for whatever purposes, usually to make us suffer. That's the bad shit. Like I say, people are never going to believe any of this, never. And the so-called investigators are not figuring it out because they are stalking, finding one thing here or there. Look at this big ass face right here. Look at the eyes right here. Boom. This is the other eye. Perfectly made. But the eye has small faces in it. That's just incredible. This suckers are. There is another big face right next to that one. Which is this one right here. Look at the contours. Right there. Look, the big face right here. Then there is another face right there next to that one. Look at this one right here. And that's the nose. Look at that. The nostrils. That's another face. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And you will see the whole terrain is filled with freaking faces. There's a pair of eyes right here that makes this another face. And it's like looking all like Leroy was here or Roy was here, whatever they used to use on World War II. A guy with the hand and just the eye and the nose showing up on the land, on the line. And look at this perfect line right here. It's like a tube. Look how the tube goes and goes and goes, and there's 2 of them. Now you can see the tube that goes straight, and there is a vertical one that goes right here. Goes from here to here. Boom. So this is all geometrically made in a computer, and then the vehicle apply that, and then a smaller machine makes smaller other things, including the color. The color might be electrically induced, very colorful, all of it. In fact, space itself is not a black deal, it's colorful. And you can see all those conduits everywhere in space. It's just NASA is not gonna tell shit to anybody, not even to the scientists. And the scientists are breaking their head thinking about how can we travel, that we couldn't travel faster than the speed of light. Oh, that's a bunch of lies. These entities travel in the speed of thought, not even light, thought. Think about a star and the craft takes you immediately right there. Boom! Wow. When I hear a story about people being taken to places, to planets and shit, I imagine that they weren't taken anywhere. Their mind was taken for a trip, not them, not their physical body. That dude in Mexico that said that he went to planet Humus in the constellation in the Andromeda galaxy. That was bullshit that they implanted in his head. Who the hell is so special that they're gonna take him to their planet to show him what? I mean, the information he gave is fuzzy. Well, really, did you see them eating? Did you see them? You say they don't eat but plants. But he had some humanoid-looking dudes working for them. So they were like slaves working in the field doing gardening or whatever. He didn't inquire about that. He said the workers were just free and shit, but he didn't explain nothing really. He just went from one thing to another vaguely. And there was this old man from Mexico too that said that he was taken first to an island that was in space around Earth, which that could be true because around Earth there are all these structures like that crystalline deal in Apollo 8 picture. That's how space is, like neurons. In effect, you can call it like islands, and those are structures and there's entities there of different types that deal with these people. But that shit that they went to planet whatever, and I don't believe in any of that. Look at the two lines right here intersecting right here by another line that goes only from here to here. Apparently, I don't see. There's another line here. Look, another horizontal line right there. Two of them. Very subliminal looking. And then there is this two that goes from here. It curves right here. It cannot do a little. Let me show you up close. There it is. See how the line goes from here to here. But part of this program is that you can only enhance in one area. So you have to press escape to go over, and there's no enhance that much. And this outline here, it looked to me like a cut out. It looked it doesn't look right. I don't know why it doesn't look right, but it doesn't look right to me. I mean, look, this is the picture from afar. Like they posted it. Look at the landing module with the two needle bullshit that I don't understand why would they use that, since the first Apollo module almost tilt over because those needles didn't bury themselves into the sand. They thought the soil was gonna be kind of softer for that thing to inject itself into the ground to keep the craft from tilting when they were to take off, or I don't know what the bullshit was, what that's supposed to have been. So apparently that was one thing they miscalculated. The bottom rocket nozzle is way too big to have almost no fuel for that kind of enormous nozzle. They have to have some potent rocket looking deal. I don't see where you can store fuel for that in this thing. Unless that's just a shield or some Mickey Mouse. What I think is this is anti-gravity used in this craft, was used anti-gravity, electrogravity, and miniaturized because in 1959 they already had a, like Dr. Boyd Bushman show David Riddle, this anti-gravity engine. That was but in 10 years they couldn't have miniaturized that enough to where they could fit it in this. And look, there's another face right there. Look at that, boom. There's one face down here which divides into two faces. One eye here, another eye here, and there's a nose type thing. Then there's another small little pair of eyes, and there's another pair of eyes. Another here, here. Oh, this is a freaking nightmare, just like Peter Nell said. There's another face right here. But you can see the whole thing is, I mean, this face is every freaking where. They're all seeing eyes. Look at the so-called craters. They don't look like impact craters at all. This one is same diameter as that one. I mean, this is all bunch of bullshit that we're being fed. Look at that structure right there. The dark area of the, let's see it right here. You know, of course, it's gonna have faces and eyes, and this is the profile of a reptile right here. 2 eyes, another 2 eyes, there's another head, this one looking frontward, and it has the same eye that goes for that one is part of this one right here. It has 2 holes there. Then this one right here is another face, and another smaller one, and I mean it's, but you can see the line up, the eyes or holes are lined up in a straight line. Same way this, but it makes faces. That's how incredibly complex the shit is. And how they make the structures, sculptures. Look at this one right down here. It has some kind of deal. Look at that. There's some smaller tubes. It's a structure there with a face that looks like it has some kind of head crap on it, but it's really another face. You still don't get it? Let me show it to you one more time. Oh shit. Look at here. Okay, here goes. There's one eye here, another eye here. Pam, pam. It appear to be looking that way, to the left. And there is another, this eye is part of this, and it's another face. And this. But this one right here appears to have this structure look like it has a head, something on the head. They're bluish. They go like that. The structure. You see all these vertical structures, then the horizontal, then the perpendicular, and it goes like that. It's amazing. If I had an AutoCAD program, I could probably do the drawing with fine lines, because if I use this program, the drawings are terrible. You cannot control. Check this out. See, I could do the drawing, but it's gonna be terrible. See, look, that's the one face. That's the eye right here. That's the other eye right there. Then it has this shit right here. See how terrible, if you don't click on the right moment, then you get, it has this structure here. And this will make the eye for another structure here. Oh, shit. That's the eyes right there, but you see that all this thing has the same lining. They all are aligned, horizontal, perpendicular, and it goes this way too, and this way, and then there's another face right here. You can see the two tubes that make the eyebrow almost like a heart shape. And see the vertical pupil. Some of them are vertical, some of them are like triangular. So I imagine that those are two different races that are in this, that make these sculptures. You can see that there's another thing here that would make the mouth. So there's another one right here that presents the same characteristics. And that's how I know those are faces. See, but it's all following the same pattern. Then you got vertical lines like that. And you got a horizontal like that. So imagine that freaking nightmare. That's how their computer will create those patterns. And then another part of the thing will do the little buildings. See? This is the initial phase that you usually find. There is always one phase that is the giveaway. See, even the eye wasn't even straight, but in a tilted position. Like he had a tilted head to one side. Then he has this deal here that is rounded or hexagonal. Oh, shit. It's hard to do drawing with a mouse. I'm getting a tracking ball mouse to see if I can do better drawing with that, because this is terrible. It's just shitty as hell. There's another face right here, like I said before. And this had like a bigger, mean, they're clever. They made the shit in a way that only if you know what you're looking for, you're not gonna see it that easy. Look, there is this thing right there that goes. Always the thing has girders, and the girders are so right here is another face right there. Look at the nasty looking eye right there. Slanted eye, the angry look. First he has this one, boom. Sometimes one eye is bigger than the other, but really it makes two faces. There's another one right here. This is some crazy shit, man. It's hard to do the drawing, but see, if you really study you looking at for a while, then you start seeing the shapes of there's a little frog looking thing right there. Look at it. Look at it. It has a spherical thing right here. And then it has this pattern right there. And there's another deal here. And the dark part makes it look like an eye. It's all making it look. It's not really that it is like that. It's just with the structures and the way the structure portray the how do you say that? Project the shadow. It looks like an eye. It looks like a freaking whatever they want it to look like. A little tube in the middle of the supposed to be eye makes it from far away look like it's the shiny light on a pupil. And that's how incredible these entities are, that even those details are visible. Look at this thing right here. This isn't like bunch of stuff, and some of them look semi-transparent on top of that, glassy, which is possible to make with high temperature, like George David Wynne Miller was saying that all metals are plastic and plastics are plastic. And if you can make something like plastic, you can make it transparent, and you can make it, and a rock can be turned into a glass, same as metal. They have now aluminum, transparent aluminum, and all that came from John Hutchinson, the Hutchinson effect. He was able to fuse a piece of wood into a aluminum block, and a silver knife into an aluminum block, and reflect the backside of the knife, the butter knife. It was reflected in the backside of the aluminum block. So, the military-industrial complex took a good look at that shit. And he sent that to Germany, and of course the German deciphered what was going on. It was electromagnetic transfer and resonance. The resonant image of the butter knife was projected in the back of the aluminum block, in fact making it transparent. It was possible, and sure enough they came out with transparent aluminum. Now you can find that in military application, mainly the optical side of the Abrams tank is protected by aluminum, which is a lot lighter than a heavy-ass glass, ballistic glass. The freaking aluminum deal is not only transparent, but can withstand a direct hit from a 50 caliber bullet. You know, the kinetic force of a freaking 50 caliber bullet at any range, it will be devastating, but that thing can handle it like it's nothing. Not even a scratch. So imagine how incredible. So now they're coming up with a body armor that is liquid and it's not heavy, and when you apply pressure or heat, that shit becomes so hard that no bullet can penetrate that deal. I mean, you will have to blast the guy completely with an explosion, and all that's gonna do is throw the guy away from the blasting wave. But I mean, you can learn a lot from this by just observing what's going on here. I mean, if I was a scientist that is working on this thing, I would study all of this. And they probably have already, this general say that the military industrial, look how colorful this shit is. Orange, yellow, green, blue, pink, purple, and of course the faces. There's a pair of eyes right there. Look at it. So, and this was a super shitty picture. I mean, when I first looked at it, I said, I'm not gonna be able to see anything, no matter what I do. But it turned out that if you darken enough the image, you might get a glimpse. Look at that face right there. It's just about, see, that's a face right there, and you can see the eye, but if you go close, it's an hexagon with some kind of a oval shape, something on top of it. See, and that makes a big face, the whole thing. The two craters makes a big face right here. I mean, it's all a matter of studying this deal. Look how the outlines of everything. Look at that thing right here. It's like a spider. It's round the top, but it keeps going. See these two lines that intersect right here? Then it intersects the other way right there. See, like rhomboid shape. That makes a big eye. If I could see the entire picture from far away, there you go. That's the eye, and that's the other eye right there. It's a bigger eye. one eye, that's the other eye right here. That's the other rhomboid shape. And that makes a gigantic ass face. And then you have this structure here, straight, which has all these tools that come from different parts. And it has a little tool that goes into this one here. And then two tools that comes out this way, boom. I mean, like I say, I've seen thousands upon thousands of pictures, and I saw all of that. I just couldn't figure out what kind of deal I was looking at, what those faces were. Then when I saw the moon is your worst nightmare, then I finally got the answer. That's exactly how, because he used Photoshop, and with Photoshop you get to see things that you cannot see easily. I can see now here because I saw that and all the so many pictures I already seen from orbiters, different orbiters. Look at that, the far out right there. Look at all the stuff and this tool right here, look at that. I mean, look at that tool right there. Check it out. Another pair of eyes, the same and bluish. And then smaller faces. I mean, I'm just getting tired of showing that shit every time. Look, this is the first eye right here. And this is the second eye right there. And then you got a little face right here. Oh, this is terrible and tough to do drawing with. There's no case with this. There is no point to waste the time on this drawing shit that makes it look crappy. You have to have a more precise program that can do that. That you can do the drawing, you know. Like I say, you can do with the mouse showing, you know. But when you do the entire line and it shows, you can see how curvy and shit, you don't have a perfect pulse. Look at that. This is a pair of eyes right here. Boom. Then it's another pair of eyes and another pair of, so they line up. Bang. They in the same way, this way. And this thing right here, this rim shit right here that come from this. Look at this. It looks like a. Now this is the one I showed earlier, but it's a face. In the end, you can see one eye perfectly, and the other eye kind of cheating. Check it out, all that thing is aligned. Look how this deal is all aligned right there. See all this deal protruding from and then you can see how the structures are all, like I say, they go perpendicular. There's a second line here and a third line here, and it's like that. And then you have a cross pattern, a perpendicular. It goes this way and that way. So let's oh my God, I haven't even used the, look at that right there, that bowl. There's an eye right here. Look, the circular deal. There's another eye and another eye and another eye, and each one has its own face and partner eye. This one, by the way, it look like it's partnered with this one right here outside the bowl. On top of that, it's not. It doesn't have to be inside this shit. The computer makes the drawing, and the drawing goes either on the whole or in both. There's another pair of eyes. Essentially, the entire area is full of eyes. When you're looking at it from afar, it's all full of eyes. Representation of eyes and faces, and millions of faces. That's freaky. That is freaking freaky. It's freaky, freaky. Boom, 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 boom. It's freaky, freaky. But now let's look at the sky. Let's see something we haven't concentrated on. We haven't looked at the sky. See if we see the sky structure, or the image is only a cutout. See? Let's see if we can find, there is an object right there. Look at it. Using there is one object right there. It's cylindrical, but it's not just cylindrical, it's a larger object. It's just blurred. They blurred the hell out of the son of a bitch. There's nothing to see here. Few things. There's another 2 things. Look, 3. There's 1. It looks almost like a sausage shape, but I see that it's part of something else, bigger. But from afar, it looks like a hat with a diamond shape, something in it. Let me see. And this is the reason why I didn't use a filter, because the filter is only good for certain situations. And look at this other thing. So what I think is this is all a big ass structure. And look. Now the camera see things that I cannot see with my own eyes. See, there was all these objects. There's 5. There's another one in the dark right here. And look, they black out that corner of the with, so later they could say, oh no, that was only part of the window, those are screws on the window. Bullshit. Look, there's one right there at low altitude. That one right there. They look exactly like the others. The camera can see even better than I can. Look at that. So there's more. Oh yeah, there is a lot more. Look. They selectively erase, but not all of it. That's stupid. Look at the upper part of the image. Look at that. It looked to me like structures and not just, look at that, right there. And look at the very upper part of the image right there. There's something blue, very irregular, and more structures. So my theory is that, I've seen what that is. That's a big ass structure right next to the moon. Look, on the entire image had the same thing, the entire upper border. Is this guy, if you do a Photoshop, you probably find deals there. Well, see, to see the sky deal, then you have to sacrifice the ground thing, what you can see in the ground, which is all of that. Now let's do the name of this view LM landing module over craters Hind, Albecknius, and Mueller. View the command module Yankee Clipper of lunar module Intrepid. That's the name of the lunar module, Intrepid. So this is a little further down the road. I mean, the surface of the moon. So we can see here the so-called that's a good place to start. And when you darken I already see a pair of eyes. Boom, boom. That makes a face, and there's another face. Oh my goodness, that crater is big. There's a tube coming from here to here. Look, right there. The camera sees it. But I have it over dark big time. So you have to, like I say, you have to sacrifice things to see other things. Well, what we have here, let's see what's on the space. Oh my goodness, look at all the stuff. Wow. Now that's something to look at. Look at all that, my goodness, that is like the entire structure in the sky. Golly. Look, it covered the entire image, the sky. This dumbass 1967 Sanders say that there wasn't any interesting images on the Apollo deal. Look, what an idiot. That's the kind of crap investigator we have looking into this shit. And then if you go against what he say, he get angry. I mean, you're not insulting him, it's just he don't like to be told different from what he saw. He say that the shark, the glass thing was only 6 feet tall. How the hell you gonna see a 6 feet tall anything from 8,000 or 6, 7, 3, 4,000 miles away? I mean, from 3,000 feet away or more. You can see shit at that distance, which in fact was a lot higher than that because this is structure. the way they had to fly into the moon had to be a weird looking because of that structure right there. So here is, that's the sky structure. Look at that. There's plenty of it in this image. I mean, the entire sky is covered with that. And there is even darker parts down there to the ground. You can see all these lines. That was the same thing that Peter Nell found in The Moon Is Your Worst Nightmare. Like I say, if you have you are an expert in Photoshop, and those investigators could find Jose Escamilla. I don't know how he cannot find an expert at that to show him what the shit looked like, really. Check this out. This is R. Peter Nell's.
I'm Bill Cassidy. I approve this message.
A few words from Mary.
Right here, this is the Apollo 8 image that he worked on. And then watch out when he say, this is not space.
Stuff. I came up with this, and now that would
What was that?
crocodile. This thing's probably 5 miles
See,
long.
this is how you know.
I can't find that crater.
That's how I found out what I was looking at.
Anyways, look at the eyes. I mean,
So look at this image right here, and let me use the zoom it. Let me use the zoom in for you to see what every part of that structure that he discovered was a crocodile has small faces in it and structures. I mean, it's filled with little structures and faces. Look at this one. It's like a tiger, reptile, demon, some shit like that. Oh, the camera's too bright. Well, look at that's the crocodile that he discovered. He estimated it was about 5 miles large, that structure with the crocodile. But look at the eyes, the faces. It's filled with faces and other monster faces. Well, I call them monster because that's what they are. It's a mixture between crocodile, some kind of reptile, and a human or humanoid something. And you see that the eyes is everywhere. It's all the diabolical looking eyes are everywhere in that thing. And what he was showing earlier, look, those are the horns around the head of that short snout crocodile. And like he said, even the detail of the saliva going down, and then there is like a panther in between the two front teeth, the canine. I mean, this to me, between Dr. Norman Berggren and this work is where you should take your jumping point to study the structures around the solar system and the moon specifically. Look at this thing right here. This is the ears. But the same, these are the drooling of this animal, the saliva, whatever that is dripping. Even that detail was they made that detail incredible. But this is right eye, left eye of a black entity that look almost like but it's like a demonic panther. See, look, and it's the eye of another face to the right of it. Check it out. On top of this is an animal, this eye matches this one right here, and that's a face, and this is the teeth and the saliva from that huge 5-mile crocodile short snout looking shit. Look. And you know, and it's all everything else. He only worked on that part of the image because it's really the entire image is full of faces, but it's more. See right there is a tilted head of some kind of reptile, reptilian something, a lizard or some shit. It's almost cartoonish. It's like a dinosaur looking thing right here. The eye, the snout, the mouth, see, boom, it's crazy, man, but that's how, down to the minimum detail, these son of a bitches are like perfectionist. Look at this, right here. That's the ghostly look because he didn't sharpen the image. I mean, he didn't work but just in the general, but even so, the small one produced right there, from every part of that thing, there are faces in every single part of it. And this is an image that, like I say, look, I'm pretty sure he saw that. Look at that thing right there. So they all look diabolical, no, and then look at this one right here, that the eyes are looking to the right, the two pupils. So there must be something in this area that is important, that they should go there, whatever race was, that's the cryptographic message. And you can see those are all structures. It's just they're made in a way that, you know, you can see things. Like the eyes are really a tube and a structure from the pupil is a structure, a tube or something that makes it look like a pupil too. Look at that. But what I wanted to show really is the horizon part of it. Because that's when he said this is not the right there. Right there. This is when he saying, this is what we're looking at in the Apollo image. See how it look like scratchy deals and stuff?
Another highway is coming up over this direction. Well, here we go, right here. We got another like off-ramp type thing, you know, where it stops and then kind of curves, a little off-ramp right there, you know, and then it seems to me that here it goes all the way back up, all the way up, and it connects to another freeway, and it just keeps going up, 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 and now we got a mess, but it continues all the way up again.
Now look at that face right there. Look at that gigantic face that is in that structure. That's that purple bluish structure from Moonrise in that documentary. At the end it showed the Apollo 8, and look at this gigantic face right there. And those are the eyes right there. Look at the eyes right there. This thing is it's a freaking nightmare. Then you see this other eye, pairs of eye, but it's all always in a intersection, and then vertical. You can see all the tubes. He calling highways. This is not freaking highway. Those are tubes. And you can see that it's even a Nazi symbol here. Look at down here. This is even a crooked cross, as they call it. Nostradamus call it or whatever, but that really is just the tubing, and you can see how this is a space. This is what I'm showing in the Apollo 12 image that I was showing earlier. And look at this tube, how it goes, then intercept here, and it goes this, and then it's vertical, and then it sees semicircle here, but it goes straight, and then this is a freaking nightmare, but it's all made meticulously. And you can see faces here, the outlines of a reptile, that's the eye. I mean, it's all there. Look, it's one face here, another face, another face, another face, and then that face is the same here. It's millions of faces. I mean, in just one place. But the whole thing is one gigantic ass face. And then you can see an eye here, and then another eye. And but when you look close, it's a hexagonal thing with a tube and a spherical thing on top of it. I mean, it's freaking incredible, man. We just don't know a thing about these entities. And all those tubes goes down into the ground, and in every dark part you can see how the moon is built underneath with all these tubes, millions of tubes that goes every which way. It's amazing, man.
Benchmarks or anything like that. They're not artifacts. And whatever NASA wants to tell us, you know, which is total bull. And see this area right here, I really was intrigued by. I got one right here. You can tell us alien gray skull. You know, I've done so much. You know, these images to me are really easy to see. Probably not for you. And you can tell this other eye is gone because there's a tube coming out of it, and the tube comes up and over and back over to this freeway right here. You know, a freeway. I guess I'll call it that. Yeah, let me scroll on over here.
No, don't call it freeway. There's a tube.
As you can see.
And you can see the
highways come up over the.
Listen, look how the perpendicularity is very evident here. Look how the lines, pam, 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 they all are aligned perfectly in the same parallel. Then you see how they intersect this way, boom, boom, boom. But then the tubes are another deal. So on top of that, this goes this way, whatever the structures are, then you have the tubing part. The tubing part is independent from that. And that goes from here into the ground, and then you can see it continues here. You see it interrupts here, but it continues right here, and you can see the intersecting tubes. This is amazing. This video has to be watched by every single investigator to learn exactly how the shit is made and what to look for and how to look for it. Because otherwise it would be like I was. I didn't know what the fuck I was looking at. And see, look at it, what those tubing inside are all elaborated on top of that. It's not just a tube. The tubes are complex too. Look at, that's one of the tubes inside passing under a crater or under a hole, whatever you want to call it, in the dark part of the picture. This is one of the tubes. And then let me show you what the freaking tube look like when you get closer. Too bad I cannot enlarge this image without the zooming, because the zoom after a certain point it becomes pixelated. It doesn't work. See, because the YouTube shit becomes huge when I do this. The enlarging. I don't know how to overcome that. I used to be able to enlarge YouTube images without using full screen. Now I can't. So check it out. This is every part of that tube is a structure with smaller structures, and I mean it's complex. And you're not talking about these are tiny tubes, these are huge ass tubes. I mean, it looks small in the picture, but really those are huge ass structures. I mean, big, not tiny little skinny insect leg, like, no. It's just the picture looked like that because it was taken from far away. You know, it's not a skinny deal, no. Oh, son of a bitch. And I don't know how to overcome that. I'm missing some kind of a downloading. I don't know what I lost that deal that I could enlarge the image. If somebody had the right deal, if you don't have to go full screen, just press Control and the key plus in the numeric pad, and it'll enlarge it. It'll enlarge the image.
You know, you might still think they're scratches, but I'm going to go ahead and get in depth with it real quick about what this really is. You can tell, you know, by looking at this image here, that, you know, the one from the right stops to the one on the left, you know, and, you know, just like an intersection would. I'm going to go ahead and
yeah, but the thing that he failed to observe is that under that thing there is another thing. It's like a supporting thing. It goes down in levels. That's just the upper tube, like I say, and this thing goes down. You can see the silhouette of the other deal that goes down there. The cameraman now is seeing how this thing goes down, and it's not just the upper tube. That shit goes down in level, and it goes deep, miles down. That's not just a you know, a superficial shit. No, that moon is a complex deal, and the same thing with the Phobos moon. Like I said, you know, it's just that we don't, people that investigate are not investigating correctly. They are, see, those are the scratching on the tubing. Look at the tubing. See, that's all the shit that he was showing earlier, that Peter was showing. See, the tubes. It's just that NASA erased this shit methodically or partially. I guess they didn't do that good of a job because it's all showing there. And this is not Apollo 8, it's Apollo 12. The picture that Peter was showing is Apollo 8. And see how the whole thing is exactly like he was showing. Look at that. I mean, exactly. Look how the tube goes from the structure in space goes into the ground in the moon, right there, and you can see where it continues on the ground level. I can see where it continues. Oops. See, that's the deal with this shit. If I darken the thing to show the ground, then but you see how the deal that was, see how that tube right there continues into the ground. See? All of that is exactly how he was saying. That all those tubes are all structures that are into the moon. So that's the weird deal. What the fuck is space? How space? All this tube goes from the ground into space and continue in space, and so it's like those are conduits. And the entire space, and look, the twin holes. And look, the space is just a continuation of the ground. There is no such a thing as ground. Everything is about the same. Oh, there's something really bright on the ground there. Look at that. Appeared to be a craft, bright, energized craft right there. Check it out. Apparently that was a big time energized craft, or more likely than just a facility lit up. That thing is, it looked like energized. I mean, it's very bright, look at that. But it's not the only one, it's just, I mean, when you study a picture, you got to look at everything, man. Look at this one right here. And there is a structure big time there. Let me show you what that structure is. that's the magic, how to see the structures in the moon galleries. See, and you bring it alive. It's alive! Look at that. Boom, and you see exactly what is there. Partially, you cannot see the whole thing well because it was blurred. Now, NASA has some kick-ass, pristine, incredible images. I see that. I mean, I've seen some of them on a website, but the best quality, they keep that shit for themselves. Bullshit that they were destroyed, nah. Look at this crater right there. Look, all the structures there. And there's plenty of material in these images. Just like I said, people don't know how to look for, and the so-called investigators are all have short brains. They have pipe view. Their view is only a narrow, through a narrow pipe. Look at these two structures here. There are two faces, two huge heads. Was a bunch of faces there, pairs of eyes, not just two. Look at this one right here. I imagine that some of them were missed because oh, look at the structure, the ghostly outlines of that badass structure there. See, that's all we are looking at, the outlines of a blurred deal. I said the camera can see it better than I can directly. Look at that. That was the glowing deal there. A big time structure. Anyway, that's it for today. I'm getting kind of burned out with this Apollo shit. I mean, it's always the same thing. It doesn't. Of course, it's exciting and shit, but it gets to a point where you get tired of it. You burn out with showing the same shit and trying to show people. And nobody comment about ideas, about, you know, what. Zero. Look at that shit right there. Look at that. Wow. Super colorful too. Look at that monster. It's a monster head. I see it now. It looks almost like a gorilla. It's a crossing between a prehistoric man and a gorilla and a reptilian man shit like that with an angry look, malevolent look. And I've seen plenty of them. Look at that, slanted eye right there, the other eye more open, the pupil, and the mouth, but the mouth has an eye here that matches this other eye here, which makes another face. And it's like that, it's another face here. So this eye, and then on top of that it has some kind of shit here, structure, and some tube, and another deal here, with another eye, and another eye here that makes, I mean, it's all filled with eyes everywhere. You cannot say it's just one here, one there, it's all over the place. Eso está lleno de caras y ojos por todos lados, mano. No hay más nada que decir. La luna y toda vaina está lleno de caras y ojos por todos lados. Everywhere. Por todos lados. Even as blurry as they try to make the images, still you can see stuff. The subliminal look, but it's a face right there. The pale eyes, even the mouth is visible. El ojo derecho, el ojo izquierdo, la boca, the mouth. There's another pair of eyes right here, but this one matches this one too, and this one has another, see, a triangular shape, and it just continues. It's just a fucking ocean of eyes. There's eyes everywhere. Now I see what the freaking dollar bill has, the all-seeing eyes. Apparently the founding asses knew about it already through doing whatever they were doing. From the Sumerians. Well, if the Sumerians already knew that there were 9 planets, even Pluto. Imagine if they knew shit. And you can see them in the thing. How the hell the stupid European will say that the Earth revolves, everything revolves around the Earth. Oh wow, what a stupidity. When the Sumerians thousands of years earlier knew that nothing revolved around the Earth except the stupid moon, and that moon wasn't even there long before that. There were 2 moons apparently, and they went away. They escaped orbit. And this new moon was placed there for terraforming take shape. So they start bringing animals and shit from somewhere else. All that shit that we evolved from a little bacteria somewhere, nah. We were brought here from somewhere else. That's exactly what the deal is. And we probably were brought in by those same reptilians to use us as chicken to suck up our terror and panic secretions. That could be the deal. Now all I know is that the creator does not approve of the crap. But Creator gives and creates, He don't take away what He gives, except the light that He gave the dark entity that is infiltrated, and it is infiltrating worlds here, there, and somewhere else, in dimensions. Look at that, wow. Just imagine the power this entity had, the power to create solar systems. Apparently they're not too happy people because they all look angry in those images, sculptures. Okay, that was it for the Apollo 12. The shitty craft.